Hark! What is that on the horizon? It is a winged video of the Happy Salad variety. We're playing us some Panzer Dragoon Remake.
Put on your
Lol.
pansy pantaloons. It's time for Panzer Dragoon.
Your pansy pantaloons? What, pantaloons with like flowers on them?
Yeah, posies on them.
Not just like terrible pantaloons.
No. Pansy
Alright.
pantaloons for manly dragon riders.
Manly dragon riders.
I mean, Panzer Dragoon, is that tank dragon? Like, what does
I mean, I
Panzer
guess, yeah.
actually mean? I mean,
Dragon tank.
Yeah.
Alright, before we get cracking, we're going to do a complete playthrough. And we've got a couple of choices. It's like, I can either play it like fully classic control style, where, you know, the whole dragon and reticle move with one joystick. But for the remade version, they have added this modern setting that lets me move the dragon and the reticle separate from one another.
What was the Sega Saturn pad? Was it like a D-pad thing?
I mean, yeah, it was kind of the original one. I think was pretty much like the Genesis, but had you know, it wasn't analog out of the box. There was an analog controller eventually, but it was like a 6-button Genesis pad, pretty much.
Genesis, you Americans.
I know. I've been watching too many videos. Mega Drive. Yeah, it's a 6-button Mega Drive controller.
Mega Drive 2. All right. Well, maybe which do you go for? Modern.
I don't know. I can't remember. I just left it. I was on classic right now.
I only looked at that option a second ago.
I kind of, yeah, go for the modern one. I want to kind of see it.
Okie dokie.
Is that more fun? Seems like it'd be more fun.
Yeah, I mean, it makes certain bits easier. And we have a choice of difficulty level, which are all pretty much the same, if you ask me.
Okay.
Although hard mode does make the final boss a little challenging.
Okay. Well, since you've got the killer controls, can you brave hard mode for this video?
I've pressed the button. We're doing it.
We're in.
Now we get to revel in the only slightly updated original intro sequence.
Check out that spinner.
Yeah, Dragon Spinner. That's my what were those toys called? Beyblades? So like, I could have a Dragon Spinner. I mean, look at that beautifully CG rendered landscape.
What a beautiful
Look at all this varying kinds of brown.
I mean, here's the thing. This is a remade CG intro at this point. Like this isn't the original intro.
But they're trying to keep in the style, I guess.
Yeah, that said, it's pretty faithful to the original, but it's I don't know. A bit of me thinks it's like they probably could have done a bit better job on it. Like,
Right,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe hire Blur Studios. I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't quite got that level.
I mean, there is, I was actually just thinking about it. There is an option I haven't toyed with on my runs through this so far. There is an original soundtrack option, and I don't know whether I've got that turned on or not, but it sounds pretty original right now. I don't know if that actually changes these sequences at all.
Get that lobster. Get it.
Yeah, wherever it is.
Little lobsters in the
Dirt lobsters.
style of the Dragoon. Maybe it is a Dragoon, a baby one. I don't know.
Baby Dragoons? I don't know.
No,
But then,
more
like-
lobsters.
But then, like, isn't the thing about this universe that the dragon, at least, is special?
Yeah.
But they're
Why
not
is it-
actually called Dragoons, are they, at any point in this? It's like the name of the game is Panzer Dragoon, but they're always referred to as dragons.
Yeah, I'm sure they're dragons.
Why did he decide to start
Dragoon is
chasing
like
that lobster?
Isn't it
I mean-
like a kind of military unit, isn't it? Like Royal Lancers and Dragoon Guards and stuff.
I guess, yeah.
Well, that's what Freya's class is in Final Fantasy IX. The Dragoon class, the Lance.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't she the Dragoon Lancer or something?
I think Dragoon is just a type of lance. So I think that's how
Okay.
that usually goes. The lobsters led him to a spooky cave.
Yeah.
I was watching The Empire Strikes Back the other day, and like Tauntauns seem totally natural, but there are no bipedal animals that humans can ride, right? Like, would that?
I mean,
even
unless you
work?
tried to ride an ostrich, I suppose.
An emu. Yeah, but I don't think that would work.
I mean, an ostrich might if you were a reasonably light person.
Yeah, I reckon you could ride an ostrich. But there's our lobster friend who's already been murdered by this
Maybe you can ride an ostrich.
other laser
Lasers.
firing. Yeah, like laser lobster.
Right, you got off that thing quick.
Also, is this thing the same species and he just murdered that other thing, or?
Yeah, kind of looks like.
Or is just everything a lobster?
Yeah.
A bony,
Also,
very
this
bony
brass line.
with their crossbows.
The crossbow seems a pretty ineffective weapon in a world where a lot of things are made out of rock.
Oh, that's convenient. Rockfall.
This has been a whole series of random convenience. It's like, this lobster attacks us for no reason, so I decided to chase this lobster, and then there's another lobster, but I killed that one, and then it ran into a cave, and then it got killed by this other thing, and then this big pile of rocks fell on it, and then a dragon.
and my tauntaun's now dead. And then, like, what were these guys even trying to achieve? Were they like,
Yeah, why were they were in this canyon and a battleship flew past? That's about all the backstory you get about what they were doing. Oh, they're fine. Okay, good.
Well, that's the end of him.
I'm okay.
I'm alright.
Somehow the explosion chucked him outside.
Just bore a hole in whatever cave he was in.
Cave.
The conveniences continue.
This is a pretty long intro.
And pretty much like no sense making it. Though.
I mean, it's
Well.
by far the longest sequence in the game. There aren't many of them.
It's a pretty anime type of thing, though, isn't it? Like Dragoon anyway, so sense making probably isn't its core strength.
Wow, it's like, well, I killed that dragon guy, that guy riding that dragon. Now I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, basically. Doesn't actually
you
care
just
about the
inherit
dragon.
The guy who's not actually dead yet somehow is just like, hey, why don't you take this dragon?
Oh,
Pretty
he's
much.
psychically transferring his memories and missions and things.
Don't let him go back to the tower.
Don't let him go back to the land of Brown.
Yeah, my dragon knows
The other land of Brown, I guess.
Don't let him go back to Azkaban.
Oh, my chest laser.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh shit. It's not just transferring memories, now we've got green shit.
I guess that's so the dragon now trusts you and is yours. The green trust laser. Alright, I'm gonna steal this
Don't forget the
rock
weird
pistol.
rock pistol. It's the key.
The dragon just whacks you with its rock nose. And then we casually fly off.
What's the evolutionary purpose of that giant bony beak? No, it's not a beak, is it? It's just a pointy thing.
It's for
sort of
stabbing things.
Yeah, it's a head
Just
horn.
having stuff.
Meanwhile,
Right.
that guy who got attacked by the lobster.
And they're just like, where the hell are you going? On top of that, where'd you get that from?
They're pretty cool design dragons. They're quite different to other dragon designs.
I mean, the whole art style of Panzer Dragoon is kind of weird and like not.
Yeah.
There's nothing really like it. Like the whole the weird concept of this world is like the rock is the thing that flies, as you'll see in some of the enemies later on. It's like the masonry is actually where things get their flight from. So suddenly we're not in the desert anymore. Oh,
Very
hang on.
large amount of water.
I also have to do the thing because this might look kind of horrid, but whenever a video plays, it messes up VSync, so you have to turn it off and turn it on,
Oh, weird.
and then come out, and then it will blink for a bit, and then we'll lose the video, and then it will come. Has it come back?
Yes. Continue.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just checking the recording side. Yeah, that was fine. It might not be fine. We'll find out. There we go. So, yeah, now I can fly around. I can do the classic lock-on. Pew, pew, pew.
Attack of the weird fish things.
The throw durians at you.
Yeah. Hearty durians.
Well, maybe. They're quite brown. Maybe they're not that hearty.
Yeah, perhaps not. Maybe they're baked or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the coolest thing, I don't remember how it looked on the Saturn, but the coolest thing is how the projectiles go in a stupid arc rather than going directly to the target.
Yeah, that is cool.
This looks awesome.
I mean, yeah, it did do that on the Saturn, just like
it
15 frames a second or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the dragon shoots. Is the dragon shooting, or is it the pistol? It's entirely
The pistol is the gun, is the single shot. So you're shooting it when I'm doing this. And the dragon's the one with the lasers.
Yeah, so the dragon shoots lasers entirely sideways. You can't shoot them straight.
It's because there's that big giant prong in the way.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
lasers have to go out sideways to avoid it running into its own horn.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh, jellyfishy things. I mean, yeah, this is.
I mean, this does look like they've added a lot of stuff to this compared to the original. Because I think in the original version, you'd pretty much only be seeing these pillars.
Yeah.
Like none of this extra geometry was around.
No.
Like none of this
I mean,
really
you had
surrounding.
a water effect on the bottom.
It was quite clever because they used a. Oh right, hang on. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon. Got to turn the camera.
Oh yeah.
Although I can't see where this one's gone. Welcome back
It's like Res, although of course Res is copying this. So you hold and lock onto targets, release to fire, and then
Yeah, so because it's on dual stick, normally that would be on A, but on this it's like I'm using right trigger for the lock on to hold it, and then.
Right.
But they also add a left trigger if you don't want to lock on. But like it's not rapid fire in this, so you press the button and it only fires one shot. So if you actually want to be using a laser, you go with your finger.
Tap it.
And there is an annoying achievement that I haven't been able to do yet because I died at the last boss last time I tried, of playing the entire game without lock on. So you're not allowed to touch right trigger basically, and it's like that's quite painful on the finger. There is a
what do you call it? Auto fire.
there is an option. There's a cheat
Turbo
option
button.
to turn auto fire on.
Right. Does that block the achievement though?
No, to turn rapid fire on. Sorry, I have no idea. I haven't tried it yet. Might be worth a go. Just because it is quite annoying to have to keep tapping it. It's like, I can't remember what any of this looked like on the Saturn version. Because it just looks like, there's quite a lot here. There's water reflect, proper shimmery water. But do you see what I mean, like with what I said on the podcast, where it's like, it's all right looking, but I wouldn't say it's like particularly, not even current, or
I mean, it looks like
gen.
a mobile game almost. Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
At this point, yeah.
I mean, for this, I think this was primarily designed for the Switch. So, for the Switch,
Right.
This is probably fine. But for a PC or a next-gen console, it's, a little lacking. But hey,
Definitely.
anything is a step up from the Saturn.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually playable. Presumably, was it launch title for Saturn? Presumably.
I think it was pretty early. I don't know what was the launch titles for the Saturn, actually.
I don't know what people played on the Saturn.
Daytona, I think, and Sega Rally.
Daytona. Nights into Dreams, was that?
Knights, yeah, that was Saturn.
It's because they didn't have a Sonic game, I presume.
They didn't have a Sonic game, no. The closest they got was Sonic Jam, which was actually more of a compilation of the Genesis Sonic games.
Like how
With a weird 3D area.
the little dudes who walked out onto the deck of that ship to shoot at you, like three of them walked out onto both sides, but only the three on the side that are facing you actually bothered doing things. The three on the back side are just having a break.
Just chilling.
I wonder if that changes, like when we fly around the other side of the ship. I wonder if now they're having a go. I know they are shooting from both sides.
Well, when you're in front, maybe.
Yeah.
And when you're below, obviously the guys up the top, on the other side wouldn't be able to see you anyway.
Yeah. Fly through
Yeah. the classic thing with the camera because you're.
I shot one of them.
To one side, and
You see that? I can shoot them off if I use my gun.
I mean, do they even do? Are they capable of doing damage, or is that just a?
No, they're not at all. Like you only need to care about the big projectiles. Yeah.
I like how they're using torpedoes to shoot
torpedoes.
at you flying in the air. We'll drop a torpedo that will go in the water, and then it will jump out of the water back into the air.
Yeah,
that's how it works. But they're like, hey, this is an introduction. Hey, projectiles you can't actually lock onto. You've got to.
Oh, I see. This is
you've got to gun those down.
Yeah.
Because these ones you can't lock onto. You have to take out with your laser or avoid. But you can only, that's the other thing, because of the single stick limitation of the original game, you can't move out of the way when you're in these side views. So you have to shoot things down if things are to your side.
Oh, right, so you can actually change your position in the two-stick mode when you're in the side view?
Only when you're... No, that's what I mean. You can only do that when you're looking forward. As soon as you look to the side, you lose left stick control.
It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Which is the same as the original, I guess. You know, you had no dragon control at the side. Yeah. Ooh, 100% shot down. Nice. 2 credits. Because, yeah, this game has lives. Which means I've now got 2 restarts. Oh, I'm going to have to do the V-Sync trick next one because we've got an FMV sequence. But yeah, look, these things are basically held aloft by giant rocks.
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
It's a very poor wiring. Look at that.
Yeah. It doesn't even look taut. Like,
it's really strange. And also, they now say we have to capture that dragon at all costs. So they care about the dragon and not the rider after all. So why did he only shoot the rider in the intro?
And then just fly off.
Well, maybe they just figured that once they killed the rider, the dragon would just like sit down on the ground and just wait because it didn't know what to do, and then they could come back.
We just have a moment. Now we're actually in the desert. Now we're probably in what should have been the first level. All right. Screw around with the V-Sync.
The desert manta rays.
Here we go. Let's shoot the giant sandworm thing.
Oh, yeah, classic. What are they called in Mass Effect?
Oh, no. Cormorants is Borderlands, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm surprised you even remember that.
They're in so many games.
Go on, get the... I don't know about you. The frame rate's a bit choppy. Oh, like they're throwing scorpions at me.
Whee!
Literally. Or maybe more lobsters. It's kind of hard to tell.
Ah!
Thresher Moor, that's what they're called in Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I can't aim at these things.
Apparently they've changed that in the Legendary Edition so that they actually have a trail when they're underground, so you don't just die at random when it pops up underneath you.
Ugh, God, that's running badly. Hang on. This is what I mean. It's not a great... No, what am I doing? V-Sync. It's not... I'll put up with the V-Sync if it just runs smoother. Yeah, there we go. I might get some frame tearing, but whatever. Page tearing. Yeah, it's not the best PC port in the world, technically. No, wait. Off to the side. More lobsters.
Such a weird reticle how it just spins faster when you're holding down.
Yeah, it's like when it's in lock-on mode. It goes wee. I think there is an option to change how that looks.
Right.
Whether you want a modern version, which I think this is, or like even though this is actually pretty much what the original did.
Yeah.
Let's shoot the fools. But yeah, like the sort of reminiscent of the second level of Orta to me, because like you had that bit where there's a stream running down here,
yeah,
right? and then you get attacked by the wormy things. Yeah. Like and there's like a mini boss in here. Like, I wonder if that's supposed to actually be the same area. Like, canonically, you're in the same place, but it's no longer a desert.
Right, but it's become.
Verdant.
Verdant. Aquified.
Doopy-doo. I'm a little annoyed I didn't get 3 credits for that 100%. I've never got 100% before on a level, and it's like, so it's like I thought maybe I'd get more than 2. Can't shoot those birds. Here comes a worm.
Whee! Wow, we're getting some altitude.
I love how they don't seem particularly happy about the fact that they're jumping out of the sand. They're like, meh. No, I need to remember to shoot those green things that are attacking me. Oh no, there's 2 of them.
Was there an arcade version of this?
No, purely Saturn only.
Seems like this would have made an arcade game.
I guess it could have been, yeah. It could have.
But would you want some kind of funky control scheme?
Yeah. Where you sat on a dragon.
Yeah, like held a weird gun.
Yeah.
Just waved it around.
I don't really know when you've actually killed these things. I don't know if they actually die particularly. They just sort of...
You just pissed
Oh
them
wait,
off.
there's stuff shooting me somewhere. Yeah, lock on.
Keep stakes.
I'll just shoot it then. The dragon. But it's
Prototype dragon.
Yeah, because that's kind of the whole... They don't really talk about the story particularly in this one, but that's kind of the thing, isn't it? That they are...
Right.
The Empire is trying to make dragons. And they're not as good as the real dragon, obviously.
Artificial dragons.
Oh no, I've actually got to use... I haven't moved in a while. I have to remember how to use the left stick. Yeah, because the other thing you don't have in this version compared to like Auto is like you can't. There's no speed up or slow down. There's no like use the boost to get through.
Oh, yeah. And Auto had the whole transforming into like 3 different forms.
Yeah, you have 3 different types.
How is that dragon flying sideways? I mean, admittedly, if as we've previously mentioned, the rocks are actually what's making them float, I guess they could probably just stop and fly sideways.
Yeah,
Crazy skids.
and you can actually. I've been back and watched a couple of like comparisons, like of like some of the sequences, and I do think the Saturn does a better job of some of them. Like the way they've remade some of these does make the whole they're just hovering in front of you look even weirder.
Right.
And also, why did he do
One of my
that?
pet peeves in games is flying things that don't really look like they have momentum, or like, you know, I like drop ships, but like they've got to look like they're actually flying through. Like that was one thing about the Halo Infinite demo, E3 demo, that I didn't like, was the Covenant dropship just looked like it was on a path movement. It didn't feel like it was flying.
Okay, like I mean, they
I don't know.
kind of always did. The
Kind of.
the old was it an old dropship or was it one of the Phantoms or like I forget what those are called, the ones from Halo 1, but
I can't remember. It wasn't the Halo 1 type with the 2 prongs, the cool one. I don't know
Yeah.
how to replace the cool one with the... I guess, the gameplay-wise, that they were a bit better, the Seraph dropships, weren't they? Because they had gun turrets and stuff. Well, more gun turrets.
That ship
Move
crashed
out of
and
the
then
way.
all the rocks fell down. So apparently it's not just the rocks existing that makes them float.
well, I mean, it depends. I guess it depends what kind. Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, maybe they need to power the rock somehow. Like those ones have got a little blue glow on them, on these guys, but they're not flying.
They're just on the ground hovering, I guess.
They're like snail trucks. They look a little bit snaily.
These, like, mining facilities or something.
Yeah, I guess. Although you've got this weird section where it's just like nothing but cannons. It's like we haven't got any mining equipment here. We've just got like cannons.
Well, the cannons could be mining equipment, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
It's going all industrial.
I mean, this is now reminding me of the first level of Orta, right? Where you're like escaping that town, and then you've got these little trundly things on the floor.
Yeah. In Orta, there was a level where you were literally on the ground, right in the snow.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
you have a nut. After, I think it's episode 5. You don't come off too well at the end of that, and so your dragon's wings are all messed up. So there's a ground level. Landmaster. Something's shooting me. Something's shooting me. Oh, there's something behind, something back there I missed. Oh.
Still continuing to shoot you, though.
And for a pointless flyby.
I mean, those cannons definitely don't really seem to be targeting you.
He's a
They're
bit
just shooting at rock walls. It's clearly some kind of mining equipment.
Yeah, let's just attach all our turrets around a corner, and then we'll have to fire outwards.
Yeah, just whilst the size of the quarry. Could work.
Oh, there's some things around here somewhere.
So can you get your health back, or are you...
You get a little bit back at the end of each episode, but not a lot.
Ooh,
So I'm a little bit in trouble now.
Yeah. I mean,
Pacing in this is so strange because it's like they've now got next to nothing to do.
yeah. Did you get that radar on the original? That must have been pretty pixelated.
Yeah, I think he did. It wasn't quite the same.
Oh.
Now it's time for a flowery rock ship, or like piston rocks on that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I'm not sure shooting it now actually does anything. Wait, there's something still behind me. No.
So now it's in front of you.
Right, now oh cock. Now the health bar's appeared, I can actually shoot it.
Ah,
And I've actually got to do a bit of movement.
oh, I see. You look like you're in trouble, right? What can you do? Just
Not a lot, really.
hope you don't get hit.
Yeah, I've got to get through this without taking damage. Unfortunately, this is one of the easier bosses.
I'm gonna get through this.
But I don't think you can lock on to this here.
Alright, so you just have to...
Oh, cock. I went the wrong way.
Halfway there. Oh.
No. Game over, yeah!
Gameover.
And guess what? Got to do the whole episode again.
Wow.
No restart from boss fights here.
Video games.
Well, maybe I can figure out what was shooting me. That'd be nice.
Does that mean that because you only regain like a small amount of health between episodes, shouldn't you just suicide if you at the start of the episode you've got no health left?
I mean, you could. I mean, you could like hardcore it and then try and if it's your first time through, you might as well try and learn the level, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't far off. I just cocked up that I wasn't paying attention during the spinny bit. That last the boss on this level really isn't that tricky. But oh god. Oh, I'm actually getting shot. In fairness, that's always the trouble, I think, with like some rail shooters. That, like, it can be hard to tell, just generally, whether like because you're behind the dragon or whatever, like who's actually capable of doing you damage. Or where the shots are. Like who's actually shooting you? I'm like filled with cursor and dragon. Like it's right there. All I can see is dragon butt. So anything like, watch the radar, because I was getting shot from behind here somewhere, wasn't I, last time?
Oh yeah, missed one, and it sort of
Shot you over and over.
Yeah. Was it one of these little dudes?
Yeah, it must have been a ground guy.
Can you do a barrel roll?
Oh no, it wasn't here, was it? It was we were getting up to the what do you call it? The Circle of Doom. No, there is no barrel roll. There's no defense. You have no defensive moves.
Right.
Other than get out of the way and shoot stuff.
Is it Slippy or Peppy? Who says do a barrel roll?
Here's Pepe. Yeah.
Peppy.
Pepe O'Hare. Barrel roll.
Definitely sounded like you said Pepe, not Peppy.
Pepe Le Hair. Pew hair.
I mean, Pepe's a frog as well, right?
Yeah.
Or is that like the meme
Oh, no,
frog?
Slippy's the
Yes,
frog.
the meat frog. that's how we're now going to refer to it.
Pepe Le Meme Frog.
I've watched an entire documentary on Pepe the Frog. Like a good one.
Good one.
I mean, like, not just a random YouTube, like a full-on documentary. And it was quite good.
What was it called? Pepe Le Meme Frog.
What was it called? Let's see. It was called Feels Good Man.
Yep, naturally. I mean, that basically is the same thing as calling it Pepe the Meat Frog.
I recommend it. It's pretty good.
Ribbit. Unless there's some kind of like hack, this would be a kind of bad cool games done quick or whatever. You can't really
Because you can't go quick.
Yeah.
I think that is kind of a problem in general with speedrunning rail shooters.
Speedrunner rail shooter.
I mean, you could technically, like Lilac Wars, you probably could, or even Pan Auto, because you know you can, because you've got the because you've got the boost.
Well, and that, I guess.
Use the boost to get through.
I'm gonna try shooting it anyway. I don't think it does anything, but
I was watching a Halo speedrun the other day because the IGN do those videos with the developer commentary, which is quite cool. But like, even when speedrunning, the library is incredibly boring.
But isn't the speedrun for the library you just like jump over the edge of the library and skip the whole level?
I don't think you can skip the whole thing. There were bits where he was like jumping up onto the doors as they opened, stuff like that. I think he did skip quite a bit of it. But
Because I think it's in the big like circular room where the index is in the center, but you have to do that whole bunch of shit where you have to go all the way around to get to the other side where the bridge is.
yeah,
Like, I think there is a bit where you're meant to be able to jump over that, although maybe that's a version specific thing for like.
because the developers were talking about how cool that level was going to look originally, like with the where you would always see the index and the stuff in the middle, you know, as your goal, but it didn't work for performance, so they ended up just blocking it all off. So, and so it just became like
changed. Damn. Well, which way am I supposed to be? Oh, I'm a bit lost.
Well, at least you got half health this time round.
It's a very undramatic sound there. Donk.
And it just goes wee wee wee.
In fact, a lot of these boss sound effects are a bit undramatic. Creak!
No, shoot the walls.
Does it just go up higher than you can actually look up?
Yep. Fortunately, most of the shots miss. Oh, apart from that one I didn't see.
This thing's like made out of like wind chimes.
What, you reckon it should be going jiggly, jiggly, jiggly?
Yeah, exactly. Like dream catchers or something.
Well, those don't jiggle quite so much.
I mean, they don't jangle. They probably jiggle. Oh, I can lock on all those projectiles. That's interesting. Oh, the sunflower's attacking. Ah.
I wonder if that would have been a, like... Would you have wanted remastered sound effects? Like, that's the real question. I mean, as an option, obviously. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't
would have
know.
just only remastered sound effects?
I don't know if they've changed some stuff. Like, I'm not sure I remember the I've been hit noise as being quite so, like, eagle in the distance. You know, because it's not like a sudden bar. It's like a like you get a blink of red and then it's like That's actually pretty similar to what the Falconeer does for damage. One! Ah. 2 credits.
Always two.
2 more credits.
I was watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier the other day, and they had a shootout in a bunch of containers, you know, and it was basically Virtua Cop, pretty much. They were using pistols as well. Or I was kind of conflating it with Time Crisis and just going, action, every time they came out.
Reload!
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're in
Also, Peggy Carter just took on like 7 guys.
Wait, she's there somehow?
Yeah, she's there somehow in that episode.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Spoilers, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm watching like the last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they've just it's like they just don't give a crap anymore, and it's great. As a result, they're just like, yeah, sod everything, we're just going to mess with this now.
Yeah. Well, that universe basically disconnected from the MCU.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Every now and then they nod to it, but it's like it's not a proper... Yeah, it's not the same anymore. What they're doing is so far removed from anything else.
I think they're smashing it with this MCU TV series. I'm actually really enjoying the Winter Soldier one, Falcon one, which I didn't expect. And Loki looks awesome.
That does look mad.
Yeah. I love that Loki is D.B. Cooper.
Hey, people coming back to this video in years past, we're just dating ourselves horrendously.
Where exactly are we now? We went into a cave and now we're in this entire complex seems to be made of the floaty rocks.
Yeah, it's just like the ancients or whatever. Whatever the race before was.
This whole place is going to take off.
Forerunners. This cave is not a natural formation.
Yeah, clearly.
It's the same sort of cave we found our lobster friend in at the start.
Was it?
I mean, it was the bit where we actually fought where didn't fight, crossbowed pointlessly the giant lobster was a bit rocky, maybe not quite so glowy.
Yeah, I thought it was more brown than this.
Oh, okay.
This is like Descent now. You're like going down.
It's like literal descent.
There aren't any modern games like Descent, are there?
No, there aren't many, like, was it 6 Degrees of Freedom shooters? That's what they called it, right?
Yes, I know that's what they called it. It was dumb.
What was there as well? Forsaken, was it?
Forsaken, yeah. I mean, was it sub-level something? There was someone made one not that long ago, like an indie game.
Sort of thing.
That had like a very flat polygon look, and actually seemed kind of cool. And there was at one point a full-on remake project to like bring back Descent. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, actually got to avoid the doors here.
Because they don't work perfectly.
Crappy doors.
Ugh.
But you can at least do these funky lighting effects, you know. Whee!
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
very
pointlessly shoot the
3D
boss
effects,
before it
like-
wakes up.
90s demo scene kind of look.
Okay, though, this boss is kind of annoying because it took me, like, I didn't realize at first that you can't actually hit it with the lock-on, or the lock-on laser's really ineffective against it. So you've actually got to use your main gun to do damage to it. And more specifically, you've got to do damage to the arms, which are not the bits you can target with the laser, so it really confuses me at first. You're like, well, am I supposed to be shooting these things? It's like, no, actually, you want to shoot the arms. And you want to do it with your left trigger. So get your finger ready.
Oh, you do some damage.
Yep. Get used to that noise. Tick, 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 tick. Nope, God. Oh man, I'm really not quite sure where to move when those come at me.
Right now. Chucking his wings at you. Whoa.
That's a weird partial explosion.
Yeah.
And we're going into the second death.
Oh, lasers.
Ah. Ah.
There we go.
Be still, my pulsating finger.
Jiggle around, bounce off the walls.
Random.
And then just pass through one. At the end. Sometimes that can look really dodgy. I don't know why we're glowing a bit in this tunnel as well. Look at
Whoa.
that. Ah, transition.
Wiped out.
We are now more than halfway through the game.
Verdant.
Dun, 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 dun.
What did this look like on the Saturn?
How did it even do that? Like, how did it do that transition? I can't really remember. 2. Oh. 5.
I just love that spinner.
These ones just explode. They don't bother having like a crash sequence. Again, I wonder if what they did in the Saturn version, because it looks like they're sort of maybe physicsy now, but I guess that's not too. They're not like proper physics. It's probably not that tricky for the Saturn to have done. Oh, can I not lock these guys?
Too far away. There we go.
Pew 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 pew. Little pew pew lasers.
Now we should be getting the durians.
Yeah,
That's true.
well, we're not being attacked by wildlife anymore.
No, I guess that's true.
Oh, I can attack the rocks. Can't actually see where I'm being shot from it. Oh, right, these guys in front.
They're moving pretty fast now.
Why are they firing at me? Like giant mines?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe they made it a floaty rock. Wrong colour though.
Got it. Shoot the fatty mine.
Why is that one tree on the left think it's autumn?
Oh, son of a...
Ugh.
Is he dying? I can't tell if he's dying. Ah, it's the rock ship. It's firing birds at me.
And glowing mines.
A bit easier to see than those black ones.
No, missed that one. No, I can't shoot that low. I hope that's not going to kill me. Oh, it hurt me. Get those pansy mines. Oh, there's a little dude over there. Yeah. That's quite hardy. Oh. The Imperial Flying Stronghold.
Currently just a lump.
Just a lump of rock.
It's my only explanation, really, that the rock must be the thing that makes them fly, because look at this thing. But wait, it gets worse.
I'm waiting. Reveal. Right.
It's a weird platform that
Tiny
fires
bit
lava
by
balls.
Unbelievable. Oh man.
Quick, get a few pansy shots off before it disappears around the back.
I think you've got 2 of the discs though.
It's got no health left.
Poof.
Pow.
What you got for me, floaty thing? Let's fly around.
Very slowly fall to your death.
Wah.
Okay, suddenly rapidly fall to your death.
It's like I'm gonna flip over now. Well, most of the way.
I'm going to fly bizarrely diagonally and then actually shoot things at you from this angle.
So they can't use those guns until they chuck out the whole other part of it. Like, everyone in that part of the ship is dead, so we can now totally tip them off and it's okay. Yeah,
They did,
it slightly explode.
They did at least add a little bit of foliage explosion there. You can see the trees getting kicked up. 5. Oh. That's probably enough for a credit or 2.
Probably.
Alright, so we've got 9 attempts at the final boss so far. Although this level can sometimes be a bit of a hazard if I haven't got much health, which I don't. Secure the area. What area? What area are we securing?
What ground units? I thought this was in the middle of the sea.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Also, why? Like what?
Oh no.
But then there's these other things that are now shooting the Empire stuff. Like I don't really know what's going on now.
I see those guys at the start were rebels, right? Because they were like, it's not one of our battleships, so there must be another team, and then you're part of that team. But then you just get this dragon, and you're like, oh well, we better deal with this thing as well.
Well, yeah, I don't really like. Is there? Yeah, is it the rebel fight? I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. Now he's firing, like, now he's firing the rocks at me every now and then. Look at these. Oh god! Blow the camera, whatever's hitting me. Yep, imminent death.
It almost feels like this is a badly upscaled movie. Like the stuff that's below the screen feels like this is like a 4:3 ratio that they've just
Right,
cropped
yeah.
to widescreen.
I mean, there may be some truth in that. But then this is a full-up remake, so they could have fixed it.
Yeah, exactly. There would be no reason to do that. It's like you don't need to do that in a video game, that's for sure.
I think there's actually a... yeah, maybe it's worth checking the controls quickly, because I think when you're playing in classic mode, right stick can actually act as a zoom.
I'm looking around that would help.
But I wonder if in modern mode, whether or not you can actually do that or not. Well, I can use the D-pad, so maybe I can zoom out and...
Can see more. That would be weird if the default view is actually bad.
That was a good start. I get shot twice right at the start of the level.
Did you zoom that out slightly?
And
I
then it
did slightly, yeah.
did it, when you get shot.
It does look slightly further out.
Oh look, and I'm actually not in first-person view when I'm rotating now.
Ah.
Is that helpful though?
I mean, I guess I
That
can
is
see
good, though.
below a little better. Yeah.
Maybe.
God, I've lost a lot of health already. Ah! Oh god, the birds are attacking, like just ramming me now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Bye-bye. Nothing you can do.
Ah! Oh shit, get under there. Oh. This has gone badly.
Apparently.
Bad.
Oh god. They do just... Duh.
Oh dear.
Oh no. That was on full health. We're in trouble. 8 credits. Things just seem to murder you so fast.
It's very arcadey, isn't it? You know, it gets hard at the end. Make you put in more money. 'Cause
Right, I'm not going to focus on prototype very much if I can help it, just to destroy his rocks that he throws at me. Just try and get rid of all these other little boats that are around, and the birds. Oh, missed the masks. Oh damn, they didn't destroy the first shot.
It is a bit foolhardy attacking an entire city, right?
What, as a single dragon?
It's a single dragon.
As a single dragon in a complicated world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the dragon knows where to go. It doesn't know what all the other shit that it's going to run into on the way there.
Yeah.
The dragon knows the way. This is the way. Oh,
You're doing a bit better this time.
a little bit. Still a little rough. See if I can earn some credits back. Maybe
These
two.
two.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have fun.
We're under the bridging, are we?
Yeah, yeah.
The water's getting real green. It's like
pretty-
planty. It's like there shouldn't be that many plants, so it's got to be gross, not actually plants.
It's like, well, yeah, even this, they just don't take very many boats around this part of the city. Like, it doesn't look very, like, chopped up or anything. Yeah, because now we're, like, sort of the main waterway over here is a bit less green. Fire some shots at the rock. Oh, I got everything.
Giant rock flowers.
Are these pyramids for the... Well, nothing in that case.
I'm just flying in, like, moving the left stick in a big circle to try.
Yeah. Sweep over everything.
Standard avoidance tactic. Oh, okay, that died. That died. But yeah, I'm looking at this reflection quality, especially over here, and it's like, I probably could have turned that up a bit on PC.
Definitely. It's pretty
Well,
jerky.
I don't know if it looks that bad. The water is quite gunky by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's
Probably
okay. It's just that you can
rendered the
keep...
entire game twice and then just put it in a text.
No, it's got to be a screen space reflection, right?
Yeah. You could have done.
Yep, no boss in that one.
You don't even kill that guy, he just goes away.
Guy takes a lot of
Oh my
punishment.
god, 100%.
Have 2 credits.
2.
Nice.
So we've got 10 goes, although one of them slightly handicapped, at the final boss. Oh no, he made it to the tower.
Oh no! That was the whole point, was to stop him.
Whatever this weird spiky sun thing is. Is this like the Isle of Man's cousin? It's got like 8 legs.
Not quite.
It's one of those guys from Seoul. Which guy, why do you...
Prototype dragon. All up in your face. It's mysteriously different now.
It's been enhanced by the power of the 8-legged sunball.
The sunball. Right, now. Tricks of this is to try and get rid of these orbs that are flying around as quickly as possible because they're the ones firing the masks at you. Well, they look like masks to me. They look a little bit like a Yiga clan.
Yeah.
Right, now I've got rid of those. There should be slightly fewer Yiga clan masks to deal with. All right, yeah, actually got to move.
Seems like the modern controls would definitely help in this.
Yeah, because you don't have so much downtime when you're shooting. Is the thing because you can aim and move. Well, except I can't hear.
That one stuck up before your laser got it.
Has it gone out of the zoomed out mode? Oh, I guess you can choose.
Yeah, it did sort of drop out there. I had to pull it back into it.
This guy looks a bit like one of those combined dropship things. I don't know, except for the tail.
I can't really remember what
Were
those look
they
like.
like bony on top? But they were like manta ray type things, weren't they? Oh. Oh, there we go.
His sun enhancement fell off. Now he's just a sun.
doing shouts at you. That was very daft. You're finally awake.
It's time for your favourite, Dan. Let's awkwardly, like, float in front of each other for a bit.
Oh, right, okay.
Well,
Yeah, at least they're
it doesn't look
flapping
as bad
away.
when they've stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually stopped this time. But...
I don't know.
That was done though.
Kind of animating around. I don't mind that. It's when things look like, I don't know, they accelerate instantly or they just hang and they don't have any kind of weight to them.
Yay. And that is Panzer Dragoon Remake. Woo! Couple of 100% in there, not too bad. Shocker on episode 2.
So yeah, that's a video game.
That is a video game.
I think they could have made it look nicer, but like, how much is it?
Oh man, I think it was like 25 quid when it launched.
What? That's a bit much.
Which for something is, an hour-long experience with, honestly, not a huge amount of replay value.
No. I reckon we did an okay job if it's cheap.
I mean, yeah, it can go on sale on the Switch now for like £7, so it's
Well, yeah.
which is way more reasonable.
Yeah, especially if you played them originally and you want to see them, or played Auto. Or something.
I mean, yeah, for that same money, you could probably get a copy of of an Auto CD for the original Xbox and chuck it into your
Series X.
your Series
Would
X.
that work?
Yeah, you just have to play through Auto first, but then you unlock the Saturn version of this.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Once again, you've got excluded conveniently somewhere else.
Yeah, like where did this sand come from? And the dragon.
Tonton's going to come back.
I guess the dragon dropped you off here and then immediately left, is what that's trying to say.
I guess. Dropped you on a tiny lump of sand in the middle of the ocean. Great. Thanks.
Thanks, mate.
Here, have some concept art.
Oh, the stupid angle.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, that's quite pretty. Oh, look what they did there. Look at that. Aww.
Aw.
Someone.
Right, they just fold everything.
Yeah. Is this like a like someone discovered this on PowerPoint or something and thought, oh, we could use that.
Yeah, you can use that transition.
Yeah, I guess that's a video.
Yeah. Thanks for watching this one.
Watch it good. Watch
We
it
should do
real
all-
good.
How can we do Auto? Is there a way to record that? I guess there isn't.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a bit awkward at the moment for me, but like when I move, I might be able to set up either my Xbone or my Series X in an office. But I need we haven't got a capture device, is why we don't do much console stuff at the moment.
One day.
However, OG Xbox emulation is getting pretty good. So there may be a way we can do a like dual purpose video to be like, hey, this is Auto, or at least some of it because it's longer than this.
Yeah.
And
And
hey,
check out
also
the emulation
this is what
status.
emulation's like. Yeah.
Does OG Xbox emulation use the real discs? Like PS1
Good
emulation did.
question. Yeah, PS1 and PS2. Yeah, you can play straight off the disc. I don't know. I don't know what the copy protection on OG Xbox was. But they were just like DVD format. So
I
Yeah.
don't think so. If anything, they had less than the PS2's crazy black discs, didn't it? Or was that
all the
PS1?
purple discs.
Yeah.
The PS1 had the black discs, PS2 had purple discs, but
Right.
the purple discs on PS2 were only the CD format games.
Ah, okay.
And then when they started doing DVD format games on PS2, they just looked like discs.
They're just normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
The black discs were cool.
The black discs were kind of cool. But they didn't. The black didn't actually stop the normal
No,
CD drive reader.
No.
Was now to do with that. But there's plenty of videos also on YouTube where you can find out about PlayStation 1's copy protection and how it was broken.
Yeah.
Sometimes by shoving a toothpick in a hole.
This is true. Put things in holes.
Yeah, the old age-old tactic.
Gaming's oldest mechanic. Yeah, that's not. Is that no?
Use like if you're considering like the edge of the screen on Pong to be like a hole. Yeah, I guess.
That's prevent putting things in holes.
No, you need to put it into the enemy hole, not your hole.
Great.
I don't know about Space War though. If we're really talking about first, that was probably more shooting than putting things in holes.
But oscillator tennis. That's basically
true.
like Pong.
But again, there's no real holes, is it? It's just like making the thing bounce twice.
The edge of the screen.
Is that what it was?
I don't know if
Pong works.
oscillator tennis actually did that.
Tennis for two. That was what it was called, wasn't it? There's the lobster.
Right.
The laser lobster.
The big lobster, not the little lobster.
Lobster. I better put some credits on screen, I guess.
I guess. During these credits.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before I do that, I have that one.
Law experts in the credits. There's 3 law experts. They just hired 3 people who knew everything about Panzer Dragoon.
I guess.
But for what?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's theoretically, there's quite a hefty amount of lore to Panzer Dragoon, but
But not in this game.
not in this game, no. That is very true. I wonder if it was one of those projects where they thought about doing some more stuff to it and then kind of didn't.
No, there's the actual lobster.
Yeah. Right, now I'm going to put some credits on screen. Now we had the child's Panzer Smook, or whatever it was called.
It's a rock lobster.
And there's some credits.
Ocean.
The credits are there now.
Matching towels.
Do you want to sing some Rock Lobster credit information down for us?
Rock lobster. There you go.
Bang, 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 bang. Happy Silent videos on YouTube.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of our videos. They're on this channel that you're watching right now.
Dang, dang, dang. They're also on Facebook. Bang, bang, bang. And there's a Twitter.
And visit our lovely website, happysalad.net.
I just realised, like in my version there, I don't know if bang, bang, bang count as valid lyrics.
Bang, 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 bang.
Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Signing off. Now.